For all you mad bastards loving the Big Show podcast, get up even closer on Instagram, YouTube and TikTok. Or raw dog it 4 to 7 every weekday on Radio Hauraki.
Yeah.
Hey, fellas.
We've got these big bloody spotlights on us.
Are they not normally on?
No,
Oh.
Oh, they must have filmed a video or something.
they must have.
Yeah. Good day, Mogus.
A really good day. Thanks for
Really?
asking, Keyzie, man. I appreciate
You're giving
that
off
from
good
you,
day
brother.
vibes.
I had a really good day, and what's happening now is, because I've got a little business that I run there, but I've got a great team, and now I'm not doing 1 million hours a week.
That's good. Do you reckon that came about after you went to Europe? You know what I mean? Like you got everything to a certain place, you then went away, and then you realised...
It was before that as well.
Yeah, right.
It was before that as well. We most of this year has been spent demoing all this shit that had to be done, and we're finally on the other side of it. God, it makes a difference.
Yeah, right.
And now I can get shit done
Yeah,
every
nice.
day. So today I had a man around, Jace,
Yes.
which was nice. It's nice to have a man about the house.
What could you possibly be about to launch
You don't
into
like a man about the house?
with
No.
such deep thought?
Because,
I love it.
well, you know,
I had so many jobs he could do.
Well, yeah,
I was just
there-
adding shit on.
there is that sort of stuff,
Yeah.
which is great. But there's also something emasculating about it.
You know, but the vibe that I took into it, and I don't know whether we'll get into this, was I could very much do this by myself. I just
Yeah.
don't have the time. So that's how I sort of sold it to him.
Okay, yeah,
And that
yeah.
made me feel better about it. Especially because sort of the first thing he did was I was like, oh, I don't know how this is going to go today if that's the standard we're operating at. So I had to get straight in there and just make a couple of suggestions. So that made me feel better about myself.
Okay,
Maybe
yeah.
he did that on purpose. Everything else he did was great.
What was the first thing? Was it the cabinet thing?
Well, the first thing was the cabinet thing. So we have these two shelving units which have got, normally you'd see them and there'd be books on it, multi-layered shelving unit.
Not symmetrical,
Yes.
right?
Not
All over the
symmetrical,
place.
bit of, a plant here and some books here and some family photos
Got
here,
just
sort
a
of
thing on my
styles.
wall, yes.
So I got those two things, and previously we would have the TV on the wall, but now we don't have room for it because we're in this new house. So we've put it in the centre of these two shelves. So it sort of sits 50-50 across these two shelves, which means there's two metal poles running directly down the centre of the screen, which is not good. So he came in to cut those out.
Right.
So, but that meant that it needed reinforcing and screwing to the wall. So I said, if you could screw into the walls on the top so we can't see them. So he did that, but he did it high enough that I can still see them. And he did them so that they're not directly in line with each other. They're slightly on the piss. And straight away that fucked me off.
Yeah.
I'm
Like,
like,
you could have done that.
well,
Yeah.
I can fuck it up.
Yeah,
if you're
yeah,
going to
yeah.
fuck it up, I don't need you. So that
Yes.
that was like, okay. So then I thought I better get involved in this. Now, of course, he didn't need me to.
Yeah.
But that was like, oh shit, because I've asked him to do all this stuff now.
Yes.
Maybe he's going to bugger it up. But he didn't. He nailed the rest of it.
Pretty unique request, to be honest.
Yes.
Like gas
however,
torching and-
because all he had to do, the thingy bit was just a screw into the wall. Everything else he nailed.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yes.
He just in the end
some
used a grinder,
Oh, yeah.
which sounded like it was a debacle, but fortunately I wasn't in the house at the time.
An interior
And he
grinder.
loved having a yarn to himself all
Yes.
day. So he was like you and me, Jace.
Yes.
But with skill.
You might as well have got
with
Jace
skills.
around.
And, but the reality is if I get people over to my house to do stuff, it's stuff I can't do.
Yeah.
And I know that. And funnily enough, this very morning, my wife and I were lying in bed and I was talking about how much I admire people that are able to, I said to her, how good would it be if you're a builder and a really good builder and you've got like a house like mine, for example, you would fill your boots.
Well,
and
you'd
you
never
would,
let it get to that
You
point.
would just make it, you would just make it look amazing
Yes.
because you have those skills. And I just have absolute admiration for people that are really good at fixing stuff.
Yeah.
And it makes me feel, and then my wife was like, yeah, but you've got other skills.
Well, you do
And
have.
that's true.
You do.
It's just like, God, I wish I was a bit more practical.
And other people, they envy those skills. But you never,
Yes.
of course, you're never happy with yourself. You would
Yes.
always far rather be somebody else
Well,
or
it's
have other people's skills.
And it's also that thing of like having an interest in it. Like my wife often says, I wish I was into gardening, but it bores the shit out of me. So, of course, and if you're not interested in it, then you're not going to learn.
But
Whereas
conversely, she's interested in helping people, which is a
She
far
is.
higher value. I wish I
Exactly.
had that, but I don't. I just don't give a
do
shit.
Yes, exactly.
The Hauraki Big Show, weekdays from 4 on Radio Hauraki. The Hauraki Big Show podcast.
What you need is a personality trait like what I have, where you want to fix it. Like I welcome something, not welcome stuff to break, but I welcome a challenge so that I can
An
how can I
opportunity
fix
to
this?
learn.
Yeah, for some reason, and my dad's the same. We've talked about it. You just you love the chance to sit back and go, how am I going to solve this problem? And you think about it.
The problem that I've got with that is that the only real things that come up is stuff around the house. So the other thing was, I added on putting pictures up on the wall because I've got all these pictures to go up on the wall. So currently, because we've just moved in, they're all just leaning up against the wall all over the house. So that's been for 2 weeks.
Don't you guys take ages discussing where they should go?
I stay out of it.
Yeah, right, okay.
I stay out of it. No one cares about my opinion, man. You recognise that over the years. So I'd rather just not get involved. So I said, we'll do the pictures. And the missus there, she goes, no, I'll put those up. And so I was like, yeah, okay, then sweet as. So that was our discussion last night. And so today I had him put them up. Because I've got no doubt she will put them up. My question is, when will they be put up?
Correct.
I hate shit lying around the house forever. So they're up now, and then we can go from there. We can go from them being up to moving around up, but not on the floor for a month and then up.
Yes.
So I'm happy with that.
I definitely wish I did have that trait, Keyzie, where I like to fix stuff. I just don't.
But
and
things
it's
aren't as complicated as people think they are.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
But with the pictures on the wall, I would have put 8 billion holes in the wall, doing what this guy did today, like putting 10 pictures on the one wall and sort of spacing them all out the same, having them hang, because the tension on the
wire
string at the back is all. I would have spent all day doing that. Holes everywhere, and it still would have looked like shit.
Yeah. That's where things get tricky, like real precise shit.
One thing I will say, and it's only a small thing, is that I've got better at that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And the key, as I've banged on about for me, is preparation and going, okay, well, if I'm going to do this, make sure you do it properly.
Yeah.
Because before I just jump into something and make an absolute mess of it and then go, fuck this shit.
Yeah,
and then leave it.
Nowadays, now more than ever, you have greater access to videos on how to do
Exactly.
anything.
That's right.
Yes.
So, if you just watch it and have it with you, or an article on how stuff works, not obviously just for basic stuff, specialized stuff, you definitely need a qualified person, but most stuff you can fix yourself.
Well, I'll give you a classic case in point: a hole in the wall. And
But
it's
you punched them.
What, in the fibre?
and the jib
board.
Yeah. So you got a hole there. And a little while back I would have, and I did in fact go, how the hell do you fix that?
Yeah.
How do you fix that? Because there's no back to it.
Yes.
Now I know how to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's not that complicated.
No,
and
it's not.
And it was purely through looking at it on YouTube and going, fixing a hole in the wall.
Yeah.
And they show you. And I
YouTube's
went,
amazing.
oh, okay.
Well,
I
the
can
missus
do
is
that.
away this weekend. She gave me one job to do.
Yes.
Put the trampoline back together. So we've got a springless trampoline. So we had to take, and of course they've got walls on them these days so the kids can't fall off and kill themselves.
Which is bullshit.
Which is bullshit.
Yeah,
And
totally.
also legs on, so you have to take the legs off them so that the rest of it could fit down the side of the house. Absolute ball ache it was to get over there. So she said, if you could do that. And anyway, so I went down and sort of started fiddling around with it today while old mate was upstairs
Tattooing.
being a man in the house. I thought I'll just start knocking this about, get this done. Absolutely no chance whatsoever. Looked it up on a video. You have to get strops. So you got these sort of U-shaped stainless steel legs.
Yes.
With another leg that's in the middle, and you have to get strops that go right the way around the legs, they can handle 1,000 kilos of pressure, so that you can bow them back because they're held under tension. The legs are held under tension, so when they're in, it's fine.
That is so dangerous,
dude. And so I had a look at this video. He's got all 6 legs with these strops around them, and has got the trampoline itself floating above the top of it, and is trying to lower the whole thing onto these 6 different sets of legs at the same time. I was like,
and you were sitting there.
I called the missus. We're going to have to get a man in.
Yeah, you're sitting there with like a hammer, your phone, and a hard hat on backwards,
and a tin opener.
Yes.
Oh fuck that is insane.
I remember.
Unbelievable. How was that the setup?
So when you got the trampoline, obviously someone came and set
It was
up.
already there. We bought it with the house when we moved into it.
Yeah.
Well, we bought the trampoline, not the house.
I remember, because we had a trampoline for the kids as well, what a fucking ball ache it was.
Jeez, man.
Would have been a square, rusty one, though,
Yeah,
right?
Ben, getting the springs on and shit.
Yeah.
It was a nightmare.
Yeah. So anyway, I got to pay some bastard for that.
And then they just turn to rust and fall apart and that's
injure the
it.
kids.
Tumbleweed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or they bounce on it a couple of times and then they get disinterested.
Yes.
Do you try putting a sprinkler underneath it in summer?
Oh,
Yeah, we
my
used to do
God. The
that.
kid loves that.
So much fun,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Hey, listen to Radio Hauraki 4 till 7 weekdays. 4 till 7 weekdays. Radio Hauraki, the big show. Get it tattooed on you.